me are gonna be spending a whole lot of time together, pal.
Channel awesome. Nearly 30 seconds of intro.
What is it about the Fantastic Four that can't catch a break in terms of movies? I mean, granted, the new one hasn't come out yet, but it's gonna suck.
It really is.
Probably, yeah. Pretty much.
Dude, why are you using a fan poster for the then upcoming Josh Trank reboot? By the time you made this review, the trailer has already been out for several months.
The film starts off with two scientists named Reed and Ben who wish to get funding to study a cosmic storm that could change the way we look at DNA. Their one problem? They're asking a guy named Doom. Yeah, that's really his name, Victor Von Doom. But hey, don't let his label tip you off. Let the giant menacing statue hiding in the shadows during meetings and the fact that he stole your former girlfriend tip you off.
You say that like the movie itself isn't aware that Doom is a shady businessman, and that the only reason why Bree and Ben are asking him for funding is because they asked literally everyone else who said no. They even state this in the movie.
A megalomaniacal psychotic asshole. A finger-licking dead inside pixie slap a third-rate dime store nut milk.
Wait, that's the wrong clip.
Reed, what are we doing here? This guy's fast food strip mall science.
This wasn't our first stop, in case you forgot. Besides, Victor's not that bad. He's just a little larger than life.
So, they all have to train to be astronauts. Better get started on those years and years, or minutes and minutes of training.
A few days in space. It'll be great. What's the worst that can happen?
Did everyone just forget that space is space?
To be fair, they only had 6 weeks to prepare to go up into space to study the cosmic cloud. Plus, it's not like they have to do anything super complicated. All they have to do is fly a shell into space, place a few specimens in a cosmic atmosphere to test the cloud's effects, and wait in a shell space station as it passes them. I think any scientist could have done it. I mean, how else do you think in the movie Armageddon they were able to train a bunch of drillers to become astronauts, even though it would have been easier to just give drilling equipment to already trained astronauts so that they could have saved the world quicker? Okay, bad example.
It's me. It's still me. Let me explain.
No, don't touch me!
Hey! I'm calling the police!
Yeah, I'm pressing charges on account of you being a pop rock.
Or on account of Ben's physical appearance scaring his fiancée so much that it looked like an assault out of context.
The Fantastic Four, bringing peace and harmony wherever they go. Yeah, and the Man of Steel saved Metropolis.
Okay, that was a legitimate accident. And both Ben and Superman were just starting out in their respective movies. It's not like they've been doing it for years.
We're not gonna get past these guys. But you could. Sue, you're close. Lose them.
Really? Because I think we could just tell them that we know the guy.
No, you need to strip.
Couldn't you just stretch over them rather easily?
No, you need to strip.
Agree, but they failed to mention the real problem with this scene. That they had Sue stripped down nude and invisible, even though they were later able to easily slip past the crowd. Kind of a dick move, guys.
You should be able to bend light around other objects, even people, if you could control your emotional state better.
Wow, a person whose powers is tied to their emotion? I have never friggin' seen that.
You know Susan Storm predated all the characters you've shown in the comics, right? If anything, she might as well have been the origin of this trope.
I was ready for the next step. You weren't.
I think it was a little bit more complicated than that.
What was so complicated about that?
We're men. We just don't do the commitment thing, remember? I mean, Jesus. If Jessica Alba came up to me and said she wanted to share an apartment, I'd of course say no. Commitment, grr, we hate that shit. Ooh, punch testosterone balls, grr.
All that bullshit.
But they find out that celebrity is apparently really tough to get used to.
I can't believe I'm doing this again.
I really thought getting my skirt caught in Better Luck Chuck would be the end of these scenes.
You know Better Luck Chuck isn't an actual movie, right?
I'm gonna build a machine to recreate the storm.
But wait a minute, you could just recreate the storm with a machine? Why the did you spend billions of dollars to go into space then? Was it like eggs versus egg beaters? The universe's version was just a little more tasty?
Except they weren't able to recreate the storm as demonstrated later in this movie, as they didn't have the power to successfully replicate its effects. Hell, it didn't take until Doom's new powers made the machine powerful enough to change Ben back to his fleshy self. And where did Doom get those new powers? Exactly.
So, again, something you might have noticed is really missing in this movie is that there doesn't seem to be that much crime fighting going on. Okay, don't get me wrong, it's important to understand your powers, but in most films it's like a few minutes tops. We're an hour in and all they've done is save a bridge of people that really was caused by them to begin with. I'm not seeing what's so especially fantastic about them.
And here's my biggest problem with this whole review. Doug has completely missed the point of this entire movie. You see, after these 4 people inadvertently got these amazing powers, most of them didn't find the powers as a gift, and more of how Ming Lee would put it,
an inconvenience.
so they have to slowly learn that maybe they got their powers for a reason, maybe it was for the good of mankind. So much like a certain other Marvel superhero, the main thing going with this movie is,
when you take on the responsibility, great power will come.
Darren, why have I brought the wrong clips with me today?
Okay, it looks like Johnny's finally leaving. Well, good. Stop a robbery, punch out a crime boss or something.
Mr. Johnny Storm!
Or ride a motorcycle and whore yourself out some more. It's what Superman would do.
No, it's what Johnny Storm would do. Take advantage of his powers to become famous. I mean, what would you first do when you just realize you have superhuman powers?
Yeah, that would cut his head off.
Do you have the slightest idea how hard license plates are? I mean, it's a license plate, not Cap's shield.
Ha! Forgive the pun. What pun? Shut up, he thinks he's witty.
Rita's gonna fix me up, okay?
I mean, other than spending more time with Sue.
What? How dare that asshole have a personal life? I'm gonna show him by refusing his cure!
The point isn't that Reed is having a personal life. The point is that Reed is having a personal life which Doom claims his way is taking him so long to cure Ben. Seriously, do you actually watch the scenes you're watching?
Let's check in on the rest of the family.
Let's do it before I figure out why the hell I suddenly hate you all right now.
Because after their failed mission caused Doom's business to go under, they've been pretty much stealing his thunder. And also his popularity.
So we finally get some real fighting with powers, rays, electricity, guys getting hit by buses only to walk out the door. Why is this a thing in bad movies?
Well, if you actually look at the photos up close, you see that the car thing through Doom caused him to fly backwards towards one of the windows of the bus behind him, and when the bus stopped, that's when he got up to resume fighting.
Resulting in the city throwing a big boat party. Yes, thank you for saving yourselves, as he was just basically going after you the entire time.
They still stopped Doom from causing all this chaos, didn't they? Honestly, if you really want to see them not giving a shit about saving the world and failing themselves, just wait until the sequel.
Gotcha, face.